Hi all, I'm Paul, welcome to start Waveski Surfing. What is the best pedal length for you? Well, to start with a short answer, for beginners the advice is to start with a long pedal, and for intermediate and advanced surfers, well, it's a personal preference. Some like them long, some like them short, and your preference may change over the years. Now, of course, when we talk about pedals, it's important to use and hold your pedal correctly. Make sure you watch my videos, pedal strong, not wild, and where to put your hands on the pedal. So for beginners, the advice is to start with a long pedal. And with long, I mean 15 to 20 centimeters above your body length. Also check the video how to measure a matching pedal for beginners. Now, why is a long pedal important to start with? For easier pedaling. When you're pedaling, it's easier with a long pedal to fully submerge the blades in the water and then get effective pedal strokes. Now, watch out that you don't go for a too long pedal where not only your blades are fully submerged in the water, but also a big part of your shaft. Your pedal may be too long. And too long is not good because a too long pedal just gets in your way and doesn't give you effective pedal strokes. So I would not go much above the 20 centimeters above body length. A long pedal is better for balance. Every beginner struggles with balance, and with a longer pedal it's just easier to reach out and regain your balance when you feel a bit unstable. For Eskimo rolling, when we do the Eskimo roll, we use our pedal for leverage, and the further you can reach out with your pedal, the more leverage you get, so it makes it easier to roll. For turning, when you're surfing on a wave and you want to make a turn, it's easier to stay in contact with the wave when you have a longer pedal. Now, after some time, when your pedaling technique is improving and your sitting position is more active, and you're down for it to go for intermediate level Waveski, you might consider changing the length of your pedal and going for a shorter pedal. But again, just like I said in the beginning of the video, it is a personal preference. A lot of surfers just stick to the same pedal length, but also a lot of others downsize the length of their pedal. I personally downsized the length of my pedal. I went from a pedal which was 15 centimeters above my body length to a pedal which is only 5 centimeters above my body length. The reason for me to downsize the length of my pedal is that it helps me leaning deeper on my rails and it gives me more radical and faster turns. In the beginning, when I changed it to the shorter length, it occurred to me that in my turns I lost contact with the wave. So for me, it is a good exercise. It was a good exercise, and it is still a good exercise to use my hips more and lean deeper on the rails and surf more radical. So that's what I love about a shorter pedal length. Another reason for me to change the pedal length is that it gives me more powerful strokes when I'm pedaling. Another reason why you might consider going for a shorter pedal is stability. And that may sound contradictory to what I earlier said, that you need a long pedal for stability, but let me explain. When you're going for an intermediate level Waveski, that Waveski will give you less stability because it will be narrower, so less stability. But now then, what gives you the stability when you're pedaling a narrower Waveski? Well, that's your pedal stroke rate. That flow of your pedal stroke rate not only gives you speed, but also stability. And you can imagine that with a longer pedal, that rotation circle when you're pedaling is bigger, so it takes more time before the next stroke hits the water. So a shorter pedal helps there for a higher stroke rate, so also for your stability. And it may sound weird, but just 1 centimeter in difference in length can make a big difference. I will tell you more about that later in this video. A shorter pedal also of course helps you with a quick transition from one side to another when you're on one wave and doing fast turns one after another. Don't make the pedal too short. The advice nowadays is to stay 5 centimeters above your body length. In the early days of Waveski surfing, they were using very short pedals, even shorter than body length, and they were doing crazy stunts with it. So who am I to say that it's wrong? But you know, again, it is a personal preference, but the risk when you're going for a very short pedal is that it reduces your effectiveness, because you're going to make, well, the risk is that you're going to make very fast strokes but will be moving hardly any water. So if you're using a very short pedal, just analyze your pedal strokes and observe the effectiveness of your pedal strokes. If you're good, you're good. But if you see that you're not really having a very effective strokes, you might consider changing the length and bring it up a few centimeters. Now, with what I've said about surfing more radical with a shorter pedal, it doesn't mean that shorter pedals are more for radical riders and longer pedals are more for easy riders. Again, it is a personal choice. And take Pablo Airways, for example, one of the biggest freestyle riders. He prefers a long pedal because for his big aerials, he likes that pole vault effect he gets from a long pedal to launch him up in the air. Pablo is 173 centimeters tall, and he uses a pedal, most of the time he uses a pedal with length 188 centimeters, which is 15 centimeters above his body length. And he feels comfortable with using pedals between 185 and 195 centimeters. So that's a range of 12 to 22 centimeters above his body length. Rees Duncan, the GOAT, 11-time world champion, he changed his pedal lengths several times over the years. Rees is 176 centimeters tall and he uses a pedal length of 189 centimeters, which is 13 centimeters above his body length. He told me that he recently tried a pedal which is just 1 centimeter longer, so 14 centimeters above his body length at 190 centimeters. And he felt that it was too long on a wave, and also it's reduced slightly his pedal stroke rate, so it made him feel more unstable. So he went back to 189 centimeters, so just 1 centimeter difference, but it made a big difference. So the choice for a certain length is really personal, and it is not related to some type of surfing. Just remember that for beginners the advice is to start with a long pedal, but from there it's up to you to test and experiment what works best for you. Well, that was it. Thanks for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye! Kind of stepping out